What it do, YouTube, and welcome to the AOVI Clan channel. This is Nestinator1, your clan channel host, and I'm bringing you guys another Call of Duty Ghosts gameplay. This is the second part of the two-part series, which was on Favela. The first one was more rusher-friendly. That was uploaded, I think, about 2 videos ago, and this one here is the more camp-friendlier version. Now, you know, I think Chaos, of course, he attempts to show you how most players out there play this map, and not only the map, but Ghost in general, which is campy. Now, when I'm talking about campy, I'm not talking about the camping scrubs out there that stay in one corner camping the entire game, or the camping scrubs that lie on a floor in some room somewhere the whole game picking off unsuspecting rushers. No, that's not the type of camping I'm really talking about here. Nor, you know, I don't think you'll ever get that kind of camping gameplay from us. It's just garbage gameplay for us. We don't think, you know, it's great gameplay. It shows any skill or talent. And again, most campers don't have it. So this is more of the camping that they say is tactical mobilization, you know, watching the perimeter, holding map control, or whatever else you want to call it. And that's how most people do play Ghost. So in this one, like I said, Chaos does move around quite a bit, but he really plays at a pace that's, you know, slower than he's accustomed to playing most of the times. He adjusted his style of gameplay to counter the type of players he was actually playing in the lobby at the time, which were those type of players, you know, they try hard each time, and every time Chaos won the game, they would try harder the next time and harder the next time. And what that pretty much translates into is they were camping harder and harder each game after every time Chaos won. So he said, why not show them how to camp? And on this one, that's the kind of gameplay you're going to see. He pretty much holds the rooftops here on Favela. He does move around a little bit. But, you know, I wanted to show you guys kind of how a different perspective of how people out there play. And, of course, he's using the M27 class with the tracker finder. And his class setup is very similar to the M27 class setup I run, which I can show you here. Again, we primarily only use these classes, the M27 class, on big maps like Stonehaven, Stormfront, Siege, but we also use them on sniper heavy or camp heavy maps like Prison Break, Whiteout, and of course Favela. We're actually introduced to this M27 class setup by Scumper Jumper, for the pro player out there that you guys know, Optics Scumpy. What was more for the attachments, the foregrip and the tracker sight, but he put up a video, I think it was called God Gun. I'll find the video and put the description in the link below so you can check it out. But he introduced us to the possibility of running with this gun, with the tracker finder and the foregrip, just as an anti-camping, anti-sniping class, and, you know, using those kind of techniques. And it's worked out wonderfully for us. So, Scumpy, wherever you're out there, thanks for that. We appreciate it. But now that we got all that out the way about the gameplay and everything, let's go right into what we wanted to talk about in this commentary, which was tracker sights versus thermal sights. The real topic for this commentary, like I said, I want to discuss with you guys out there, is the difference. Is there a difference between the two? Are they both aim assist attachments that should be left out of future Call of Duties? You know, should the pros even be allowed to use thermals in MLG competitive games? I would personally, you know, I'll give you my answers to this a little bit. I think the tracker sight and the thermal sight are one and the same as far as being aim assist. If anything, especially when it comes to this game, like obviously we were first introduced to the tracker finder in Black Ops 2. I didn't use it that much. I used it a few times, especially with the LMGs. I just took it out for a spin in here and there. But I've always been more of an iron sight, you know, red dot sight, variable zoom kind of guy. You know, I'm fine with those. I really didn't need anything else outside of that. I usually don't use ACOGs either, not even with LMGs. And then when they introduced the tracker finder on Black Ops 2, you know, I used it a little bit on the LSAT and stuff like that. It was okay. It was fun to use here and there, but I didn't use it all the time for gun, and I especially didn't use it on anything like an SMG or anything. You know, I just couldn't do it. Assault rifles, maybe the SMR, but again, it was only more fitting, I think, for the LMGs in that game. And then this game came out with the tracker finder sight, which you're watching here in this gameplay, and it cuts out some of the screen, so you have a very small field of view there. You know, it cuts out your peripherals. You can't really see what's going around you except what's immediately in front of you. So there really does become a skill into looking and knowing where to look and knowing where that little, you know, square is going to pop up and where the guys are going to be hiding. And see, from that right there, you could pick off guys at long range, hiding in windows, hiding in bushes. And about the gameplay real quick, let me go a little off here. The enemy AC-130 above, as you guys saw right there, Chaos does lose the lead here to these players that are trying hard and camping hard, but he does bring it back. So anyway, back to the commentary at hand. I think tracker sights and thermal sights are the same. Now, if you use a thermal sight, you know, thermals are the same, except they kind of zoom in a little bit. They are, of course, more productive in using with sniper rifles and stuff. I know a lot of people use them for their M27s. I personally don't like using it with the M27. I don't like the way it zooms in. I prefer the tracker because it kind of keeps things at a distance. And with this LMG, you can really pick people off from a distance, and that's what Chaos is kind of exhibiting here. The way he just kind of, scours the rooftops, looks in windows, sees people moving around, and if you were just running around with an iron sight or red dot, you probably would miss some of these guys, especially when they're wearing the bushwookie suits and the ghillie suits. You can't find people. They're just laying in bushes and they're holding down. And another thing that brings me to is you want to adapt to the players that you're playing. And if you're going to be playing players on a map that are using ghillie suits and incognito, of course, is one of the things that takes them off your thermal and tracker sights. They can't see you. A very good perk to use if someone is using trackers or thermals. I have a class set up with this M27 that I also use with incognito, and it does help with those USR thermal snipers that are out there. But again, you just need to kind of make sure that you do not put yourself at a disadvantage playing your style of gameplay all the time and running around with an SMG or a red dot or whatever and take your pride and, I don't use it, so you lose the game. We play to win, so we're going to go ahead and adapt and make the changes necessary to try to pull out the W. So when I'm saying that is if people are using sniper rifles and they're using thermals and they're laying down in bushes and you can't find them and it's getting frustrating, then why not go ahead and take out a tracker sight and LMG and see if you can hold down long lines of sight, play campy like this, get on their nerves and frustrate them, and try to come out on top. So again, what do you guys think about thermal sights and tracker sights? And this one, I don't think there's a big difference between thermals and trackers when it comes to Call of Duty Ghosts. I've used them both. I think they're pretty much the same. And also, again, I think that the pros probably shouldn't have to be using this in competitive games. I would like to see MLG be rid of thermals altogether. If they want to use sniper rifles, let them use the old school crosshairs. Why have a guy camping with a thermal? They don't need aim assist. They don't need anything like that. They shouldn't. They're pros. They should regulate that and put that down. If they don't let them use Stalker, then why let a guy use a thermal? It just doesn't make sense to me. That's just my opinion, but I want to know your guys' opinion out there. I know you guys probably have your opinions about thermals and trackers, and some of you guys don't use them no matter what situation you're in. Again, I'll use them if I have to. I don't resort to them every game. I don't look into using it. Only if the map that I know there's going to be a lot of camping going on, then I'll probably just come out the gate with it. But other than that, I just try to stick to the irons and the red dots. Let me know what you guys think out there about the thermal scope and the tracker scope in the comments section below. Thank you guys so much for all your support and your continued support. We're going to try to throw up another 2 videos this week for you guys. MR28 video coming up that's going to be real nice. Again, guys, thanks for all your subscribes, views, and likes. This is Nessinator1, and I'm out.